people's brain. You look at the number of potatoes on a plate, and it looks like a lot, whereas if it'd be compared to just one, you'd be like, oh, I'm only getting one potato here, whereas you could get 5 or 6 fit into the size of one potato. So that's the main reason in terms of you feel like you're getting more out of it with the baby potatoes. But in terms of nutrients, no difference. Yeah.
Time-wise, we're at 10:30. So if you want to keep going with the Q&A, if anybody has any questions they want to ask in private as well, don't be afraid to ask as well afterwards as well.
What about timing? Like, does it make any difference what time you eat your calories?
No.
Don't eat after 8 o'clock. Don't eat after 10 o'clock at night.
Well, okay, 10 o'clock I'd say yeah, because your body will struggle to digest the food as you're going to bed. More so for discomfort than anything else. In terms of timing the rest of the day, it doesn't make a difference. It only make a difference during, like a workout, if you're to eat close to a workout. Now, if you're in a very, like if I had someone come to me and wanted to compete or get on stage, timing comes into play a bit more. But for general muscle gain, general fat loss, it doesn't matter a massive amount. Obviously, you kind of want to save a bit of carbs for post-workout, not necessarily a massive benefit. It just helps with recovery. It'll help you recover a little faster.
There's the timing-wise, there's more down the line. So I put it in a video that's gone up last night, that went up last night on insulin sensitivity. So as you get older, usually hormones are a little bit harder to manage. All kinds of hormones for men and females. So there's the gap between meals of where you're actually burning fat. So remember, in regards to time as well, is like if you're snacking all the time, your body needs to get used to gaps of hunger levels, so that for insulin sensitivity to happen for you to actually be able to burn fat as well. So it can't be a thing of like, I have my nuts there and I'm snacking them like every half an hour or hour. So you need to be comfortable as well with that gap of like 2 hours, 3 hours, or where you're not consuming it.
You need to plan roughly.
So that might answer your question a little bit, but even in the evening times, it's
As opposed to continuously snacking over the hour, let's just say, you'd need to plan a snack. You have it, and then you're done with it.
Does that answer your question, Brian, or is it more along the...
It's more like people say, don't be eating after 8 o'clock. Probably it was sort of like rule of thumb or whatever.
But I mean, some people's work lives don't allow them to get dinner until after 8 o'clock.
I eat at, what, 10 o'clock?
I've eaten dinner at 10 a lot of nights. It doesn't make a difference. No, I mean, no, because you're not going to store more fat than I am because we've eaten later in the day. Whatever you find comfortable. Now, if you're eating that late, I would suggest not eating breakfast like if you're eating breakfast at 6 a.m. and you're not getting dinner till 10 p.m., there's a massive window there in the day. Let's just say you are following some sort of a plan. You're going to feel a lot hungrier during the day if you're trying to stick to meals and specific snacks if you have a massive window of 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. If I know I'm getting home late and I'm eating dinner at 10 p.m., I'll hold off on breakfast till 9 or 10 a.m.
So is there any foods that are very low in calories? Like you're out in the middle of a golf course, you want something. Like bananas, apples, you know what I mean? You say like if I have a bag of nuts, I'm still consuming a chunk of...
Yeah, you see, nuts aren't great if you're hungry because they're healthy fats, but they're very high in fat, so you'll easily tip over into a surplus if you go through half a bag of nuts or a bag of nuts.
Good for cholesterol.
Yeah. Let me see, low calorie.
What about fruit? Does that, they say now too much sugar.
Oh, it's rubbish. If anyone ever tells you to keep fruit off your plan because there's too much sugar in it, just walk away. The minerals and benefits you get from fruit far outweigh. It's natural sugars. They're not adding sugar into fruit. It's natural sugar, so it's not refined sugar or anything like that. Now, I will say, don't eat, 6 oranges a day, but don't eliminate fruit from your diet at all. 2 to 3 pieces of fruit a day is fine. I wouldn't even pay attention to looking up or reading up about the sugar in the fruit. It'll only mess with your mind. Just be happy to get the minerals and nutrients from fruit on a daily basis.
It is so true though that you have a notion that if it's healthy, you shouldn't eat lots of
Yeah, yeah. Like the rice cakes is a prime example. Chocolate rice cakes. I have some people coming to me saying, "Oh, I had four rice cakes with peanut butter on top. I'm not losing any weight." But yeah, you saw the amount of sugar in a rice cake there. Peanut butter on top of that, high fat content. Just because it's healthy doesn't mean it's going to make you lose weight or lose fat. You need to be in a calorie deficit. So all the calories count at the end of the day.
There's a lot of. Sorry, Brian, go on.
Now, when you're going out and buying food, what are you looking at on the packaging to make sure?
I'm going to go through that in detail in the next seminar, yeah.
The one thing that you want to take when Q&A comes like this, what you find is that all these questions come out, but do you have an understanding of what we've just talked about? Because usually people forget what we've just talked about and then move on to all these little things that they're struggling with. But the bigger picture is start with the basics and then move on from there. But like reading the back of a package, you just want to be conscious of portion size. And
Yeah.
the main thing really, I think, Colin, we were saying yesterday, was that the frequency of eating. Like tell me straight away, what time do you eat your breakfast? You should be able to go. Especially if you have if you have split shifts, it's harder. But if you're working like 9 to 5 usually, you should straight away be able to say, I eat this then, and that's I eat this then, because it's on this diagram here is like 7 a.m., then 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., 7 p.m. There's 3-hour gaps there. Then you have over to the right hand side on that diagram BLD, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then the peaks. So that's your stomach. You're filling your stomach at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then in between times that you're hungry, and then your body can learn how to burn fat. So it's about zoning back to actually firstly taking away from today, I would suggest nearly, is that understanding of what Colin has just said of the essential foods and fitting bits of them in on those days.
To be honest, reading the backs of packs, unless you're on a very specific diet, doesn't matter a massive amount. I would only read backs of packs if I'm on if I know exactly how many calories I need to eat in the day, or if I go off plan, I need to fit an exact amount of calories into replacing a meal.
And if you're not going to be that exact, and you just want to make sure you're keeping under that zone.
Yeah.
How do you think it's best to kind of count that you aren't going over to?
More so portion size on your plate. Yeah, hands. So like I mean, you can't. It's difficult. Yeah, some meals are different than others in terms of the amount of carbs and protein and fats you want to get in, but just control portion sizes on the plate. If you were to say do 3 days of the same meals each day, or let's just say a few days of that, and you felt you weren't getting too hungry, but body fat started to drop off, you know that those meals, those portion sizes are roughly your maintenance level. If you wanted to push things a little further, you'd know to pull portion sizes down a little bit or pull some carbs from that. That's the most basic way of doing it. You'll see people weighing out food and stuff like that. It's too difficult to maintain unless you're passionate about it or you're extreme. You have an 8-week specific thing to get ready for. So just portion size. So just kind of figure out what your maintenance level is would be the most basic level in terms of same meals, roughly same meals each day, same portion sizes. If you're not gaining or losing any weight or body fat, then you'll pull off portion sizes a little bit, and you should see a drop in weight or a drop in body fat then after that. Yeah, you could leave it the same. So the way manipulating it is if you roughly find your maintenance level, you can pull, and you're doing say the same amount of workouts a week, you can pull some carbs off or pull portion sizes down a little bit, or you can increase your calorie expenditure as opposed to decreasing your calorie input. So an extra half hour twice a week walk, and you should start burning some body fat then with that.
That ham size thing is there. Like if the two main meals, like lunch and like breakfast is one that you might just I'm gonna have this and that's it, and you might need to plan that a little bit. All other meals, it's possible to sit down and in your head think I need this, and this. So for example, if we start up here at the top left hand corner, it's carbohydrates, is all in this nutritional document, but usually people, when they get a document, one-to-one personal training is easier to manage someone's nutrition because they're in, it's one-to-one. You go through the document, blah, 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 but you need to print this off and send it on again. And it's the basics of like fist size of carbohydrates is enough, like palm size. Then from that, as much green veg as you want. Protein size of it is the biggest plate portion on your plate. The reason for that is that protein keeps it fuller for longer, has your amino acids, which is the building blocks of your muscle mass, which you need in turn to burn fat. So if you're training, you need amino acids in your bloodstream to be able to regenerate muscle mass and also your good fats as well. So if you're sitting down in a restaurant and you see what's on the menu, well, I don't know if you do this, but like it's especially if it's during the week, if you have a meeting or something, then you scan through the menu and you look for the main meat dish. Okay, the main meat dish, what's with that? What can you change with it? Makes sense? Is looking for that, but that's the basics of how you do it really. Ham size and using that. You can only really do that dinner and lunch, and then breakfast is for these. But your 3 main meals a day, and then just snacking is right. Does that make sense? That's easier. It can be easier said than done, but this is the whole design of the supporter.
If you're struggling with tracking stuff, track your snacks. Most people will go overboard on snacks. The rice cakes being a prime example, or the dark chocolate and nuts being a prime example. They're the things that usually, yeah, they're usually the things that will push you over. And like the one square chocolate and tiny palm of nuts won't really fill you. So I would say find an alternative. It doesn't have to be as healthy as that. If it keeps you fuller and keeps you on track with your diet, then go for it. As opposed